Hi guys, my name is Ravi Prakash and welcome to the class of circular tracks in time, speed and distance. So in this series we are covering circular tracks with clocks. Okay, so we'll do circular tracks and clocks, we'll do all the concepts. Again same funda, we'll start right from the basics, as basic it can go, and we'll take up to the highest level possible, right? Chalo, let's start now. So in circular tracks, what we know is, what is the difference from linear tracks? So difference from linear tracks is actually it has no end, right? So we've done so many cases we have done on linear tracks, right? So many cases, all the to and fro motions, all the people stopping after some time, moving for infinite time, right? So many different varieties of cases we have discussed in linear tracks. Now, so in circular tracks, we don't have any ends actually, right? So we'll start with cases for two people. Then we can see the concept of three people also, four people also, right? And we can do for any concept, right? So we'll discuss all such concepts here. So let's say there's a circular track of length 120 meters, right? And A and B are two people. They are running around a circular track. A is running at the speed of 5 meters per second and B is running at the speed of 2 meters per second, both in the same direction, correct? So now what will happen now here? See, so in how much time A will be reaching the starting point, we can calculate obviously. So A will be covering in 120 meter in 24 seconds at the rate of 5 meters per second, right? Okay, so first case what we are going to discuss here is after how much time, okay, after how much time A and B will meet at the starting point again. Okay, this is what we'll discuss now. So what we'll observe here is time taken by A. Okay, time taken by A to reach the starting point. Okay, so time taken by A to reach the starting point is how much? So A has to cover 120 meter at the speed of 5 meter per second. So 120 by 5, answer would be 24 seconds. And time taken by B to reach the starting point is how much? 120 by 2, right? Distance is 120 meter, speed is 2 meter per second. So B will take 60 seconds, right? So the logic here is that A is reaching a starting point when A is running for the infinite time, okay? When A is running for the infinite times on the track, so every time A is starting at reaching point after how much time? So first time A is reaching at the starting point after 24 seconds. Second time A is reaching at the starting point after again 24 seconds, that is 48 seconds. Again A is reaching at the starting point after 72 seconds, that is third time, and like this at the gap of 24 seconds, right? 96 seconds, 120 seconds, 144 seconds, like that. That's for infinity if it's running for infinite time. Okay, so gap is every time 24 seconds here. Then if B is running infinitely, so first time B reaches at the starting point after 60 seconds. So B will reach here after 60 seconds. Then for the second time B will reach here after 120 seconds. For third time B will reach here at 180 seconds, like that. Correct. So what is the time at which they'll meet for the first time? That is 120. Okay, 120. So what is this 120? What I'm looking for is 120. So 120 is the LCM of 24 and 60, right? All the multiples of 24 and 60, and the lowest common multiple will be the meeting point time for the first time. Okay, so what we can write here is time taken by A and B to reach the starting point for the first time is equal to, time taken by B to meet at the starting point. So I should write to meet at the starting point. To meet at the starting point is equal to LCM of time taken by A and time taken by B to complete one round. Okay, so what is the LCM? So LCM is basically LCM of 24 and 60. Okay, that is equal to 120 seconds. Okay, and this is for the first time, right? This is their first meeting time, M1. Okay, so obviously the second meeting time will happen at, now M1 is happening first, they're meeting at 120 seconds. Okay, so obviously second time they'll meet after, it's multiple, now 240 seconds, right? Third time they'll meet after, again 120, that is 360 seconds, correct? So this will go on. Okay, so this is a funda of meeting at a starting point. Okay, and this is actually irrespective of A and B running in same direction or opposite direction. Okay, this is irrespective of A and B running in same or opposite, right? Because if it is like length is 120 meter and if A is running this side, okay, at the rate of 5 meter per second, and B is running this side at the rate of 2 meter per second, then also A will reach the starting point. Okay, then also A will reach the starting point after covering 120 meter in 24 seconds, and B will reach the starting point in clockwise direction after 120 by 2 60 seconds. So again it will remain same, right? So whether they are running in the same direction or they are running in the opposite direction, okay, the difference, the time taken to reach the starting point will be actually same. Okay, so this covers for both the parts actually, if they are running in same direction or opposite direction. Now let's discuss second case here. Okay, so again I'll take the same example, right? So B is length of track is 120 meter and A and B are running at the speed of 2 meter per second and 5 meter per second. So second case is basically, okay, after how much time A and B will meet on the track for the first time. Okay, so we can have two cases here. So what are the two cases actually? So let's say in this case, first case, let's say this could be case 1 when both are running in same direction, so it's the direction, right? So assume that, let's say there's a length of track is, let's say 140 meters is the length of track, right? Just changing values. Okay, A is running at the rate of 5 meter per second and B is running at the rate of 2 meter per second in same direction. Okay, or let me make it like length of track, make it like 210 meters, that's fine. Okay, 210 meters. Okay, so what will happen now? So what we can see, we'll apply relative speed here, obviously, right? But try to understand the concept behind it so that it is helpful for solving tougher questions actually, right? Don't simply apply a formula for relative speed. Okay, try to understand the concept, and this concept you can apply in the different races question or circular track races question, right? So see, the funda is basically when two people are running here, A and B in same direction. Okay, so in 1 second, A is covering 5 meters, and in 1 second, B will cover 2 meters. So what I can say that after 1 second, A has a lead of 3 meters. Okay, that means in 1 second A has covered 5 meters and in 1 second B has covered 2 meters, right? That means after 1 second A has a lead of 3 meters, right? So A has a lead of 3 meters, means it means that A is 3 meters ahead of B. A is 3 meters ahead of B, right? So let's say A is running, right? So let's say A has run 5 meters. A is here and that time B is here only, right? So just what will happen? A will keep on running, and obviously A is faster than B. So what will happen? A is meeting B means A will catch B from behind, right? So once A is meeting B, that basically means that A will catch B from behind, right? So let's say somewhere B is running like this, and in that case B reaches here, and let's say by that time A has run from here to here, and again A has taken one more round, and A will catch B from behind. Getting it, right? So what is happening now? Just visualize a little bit. So A started running ahead of, because A is faster, so A is always ahead of B. So once A is always ahead of B, so after 1 second A ran 5 meter, after 1 second B ran 2 meters. So difference is 3 meter. Now A will keep on running, right? A will keep on running, and this is left hand is B here, and A will catch B from behind. So once A catches B from behind, in that case A has covered one complete round more than B. Wherever on the track, right? Wherever on the track A catches B, A will catch B from behind. So let's say from here to here B has come. So once B has come here, A has taken one more round, because A is always ahead of B. So whenever A is meeting B for the first time, that means A is catching B from behind. In that case, A has covered one complete round more than B, right? So if A has covered one complete round more than B. In that case, what is the lead of A? So lead of A will be how much? Lead of A will be equal to length of track, right? One complete round means 210 meters. So lead of A is 210 meters. So when lead of A becomes 210 meters, that means it catches B from behind. That is their first meeting point. So we can simply see here that if A is catching B from behind, or A is meeting B here, in that case, I can directly say that if A is 3 meter ahead of B, that is after 1 second. Okay. So in how much time? Okay. Come directly from here to here. Okay. So in how much time A will take lead of 210 meters. So in 1 second, A has lead of 3 meters. So A has lead of 210 meters in how much time? 210 by 3. That is 70 seconds. So after 70 seconds, A will catch B from behind is the answer, right? So after 70 seconds, A will catch B, or A will meet B for the first time when A and B are running in same direction. Okay. This is the meaning of circular track, and this is the meaning of this lead and all, right? This concept will help you, right? Otherwise, if you want to directly solve this question, you can directly do, right, by funda of relative speed. So now you got the funda of relative speed. So what we can apply here is, time taken by A to meet B for the first time. Okay. So I know that time is distance by speed. So here, when A is meeting B for the first time, distance between A and B is 210 meters for the same reason, right? Because A is meeting B from behind, or A is catching B from behind. So A has to cover one complete round more than B. So distance between A and B will be 210 meters. And since both are running in same direction, so what is their relative speed? That is 5 minus 2. Okay, that is equal to 70 seconds. So same answer will get, right? So first meeting point, right? So at M1, this is the first meeting point. So M1 is happening after 70 seconds. M1, they are meeting at M1 after 70 seconds from start. And this will go on, right? This will go on. So the first meeting after 70 seconds. Again, after how much time? So again, A will catch B from behind. So again, we'll take, whenever A will meet B for the second time. So from between M1 to M2. Between M1 to M2, that is first meeting point to second meeting point. Again, A will take one complete round more than B. So again, M1 to M2. Again, distance is 210 meter. Again, there is relative speed is 3 meter per second. So again, time taken will be 70 seconds. Right, that means, so I can generalize it now. So once I got first time, so at first time, okay, M1 is happening after 70 seconds. So first meeting is happening after 70 seconds. Second meeting will happen after 140 seconds. Third meeting will happen after 210 seconds, right? And this will go on. Okay, got the funda, right? So this is an important case here. When two persons are moving in same direction, actually, right? Or two bodies are moving in same direction. Okay, collect all these concepts, right? We'll apply it in tougher questions, actually, right? Sure. Now let's see here different case when A and B are running in opposite direction, right? So when A and B are running in opposite direction, what will happen now? Let me quickly revamp this. Okay, in this case, what I'll take here is A and B are running in opposite direction. Okay, this is my case 2. And now A and B are running in opposite direction. A is this side and B is this side at a speed of 2 meters per second. So now this is easier, right? This case becomes easier actually because so this case actually becomes easier because since both are running in opposite direction, so wherever they will meet, let's say A comes from here to here, okay, and let's say in that time B comes from here to here. So let's say this is the first meeting point, M1. Okay, so when will M1 happen? When A and B have together covered a distance of 210 meters. So they started from this point and they met here. So together they have covered full circle, that is distance of 200 meters. So directly say that time taken by B is, time taken for first meeting. Okay, so time taken for M1. Okay, so time taken for M1 is equal to distance covered is 210 meter at the relative speed of, now what, both are running in opposite direction. So at the speed of 2 plus 5, that is 7 meters per second. So 210 by 7, that is 30 meters per second. 30 seconds, no? That is 30 seconds. Okay, so first meeting will happen after 30 seconds. Now again both will continue, right? And again, so let's say this A and B will continue. So what will happen now? Again A and B are covering for the second, from M1 to M2. Again they are covering a distance of 210 meters, and again time taken will be 30 more seconds, right? So M1 will happening after 30 seconds, M2 will happen after 60 seconds, M3 will 90, and so on. This will go on, right? I hope it is clear. So these are very important points. We are doing basics of circular track. Okay, basics of circular track. Keep your basics very strong. I always tell you, I always focus in my videos on basics, right? Basics you keep very strong, right? So if basics are strong, you see that in tougher question you apply that lead concept and resource concept and those small concept all combined to get a good question, actually, right? So that's why keep your basics very important, strong. That's very important, actually, right? Okay, now let's move to another part here, third case. So let's say what I'm saying in third case is, and understand this third case is very important, actually, right? If ratio of speeds of two persons A and B is P is to Q, where P and Q are in, I should write where P by Q is in lowest form, right? So P by Q is in lowest form. So P by Q is in lowest form. So if ratio of speeds of A and B is P is to Q and P and Q is in lowest form, P by Q is in lowest form, then first point, if both A and B are running in opposite direction, then they will meet at P plus Q distinct points on the circle. P plus Q distinct points on the circle. And circle will be divided in P plus Q equal parts. Very important point, right? P plus Q equal parts. Okay, so if both A and B are running in opposite direction, then they will meet at P plus Q distinct points on the circle, and circle will be divided into P plus Q equal parts, right? Now, second condition for this. If both A and B are running in same direction, then they will meet at P minus Q distinct points on the circle. And circle will be divided in P minus Q equal parts. Right? Very important, these 2 points. Okay, very important, these 2 points. So in next video we'll discuss about these 2 points. Okay, we'll try to derive one or prove 1 point correct, and then we'll try to generalize it. Okay, so let's continue this in next video. Thank you for watching.